Well, hi everybody and welcome to Sam's Doing Stuff. What am I doing today? Well, it's more about what I'm not doing, and that's mixing concrete in a wheelbarrow anymore. So I ordered the Yardmax 4 cubic foot electric concrete mixer from Home Depot, and my first concern is FedEx did a fantastic job of just beating the crap out of this thing. So anyway, I'm gonna unbox it, and it'll be a testament to Yardmax if this thing is in good shape. So far so good. I'm actually very impressed that none of that is damaged. You just found a loose washer floating around in here. That's not a good sign. And I found a loose nut to go with it. Yeah, the packaging for the hardware is broken open, and all of these are out somewhere in the box. Hopefully they're in the box. I can't tell if this is damage from shipping or not. If you guys can see here, the molding around this electric motor, it's either a bad molding or it was cracked, dropped and cracked somehow. Well, it says very clearly here on the instructions, do not return this product to the store, call us first. So I'm gonna call them first.
Thank you for calling Yardmax.
Well, I should be happy at least that I got to speak with a real person. I sent her an email with the pictures of the damaged and missing parts, and including the box that it was shipped in. So that's all I can do right now. Luckily, you guys don't have to wait because we're going to find out what happened just like that. Dealing with customer service was pretty easy. They were very helpful, and they got me the parts that I needed to complete putting this together. Now I'm going to give you a voiceover of the actual instructions as I do this. You can listen to the instructions as I complete each step, and hopefully that'll help you when it's time for you to put yours together if you decide to buy one. Assembling the stand. Insert a split pin into the inner hole in each stub axle. Then place a flat washer onto the axle, followed by the wheel, and then another flat washer. Insert another split pin into the outside axle hole. Bend each of the side pins outward so they do not fall out. With the frame lying on its side, attach the support legs. Align the two holes on the support leg with the frame holes. Insert two M8 by 70 hex bolts through the holes and secure with flat washers, lock washers, and nuts. Turn the frame over and attach the axle bracket with wheels in the same manner. Make sure all bolts and nuts are tightened. Bottom drum. Slide the motor support bracket on the shaft, hold it in place with a spiral ring. Carefully place the bottom drum with support arm onto the side supports of the stand. The motor support bracket and support seat should slide into the side support channel on each side. The larger diameter shaft should be at the leg end of the stand. On each side, line up the holes in the side support with those in the bearing block and insert an M8 65 hex bolt from one side. Then a flat washer, lock washer, and nut from the other side. Tighten with a wrench. Mixing blades. Mount the mixing blades inside the bottom drum loosely. Two holes are provided at the base of the drum into which a M8 by 20 screw may be inserted from the outside. A leather washer, flat washer, lock washer, and a nut should be threaded on loosely on the inside. The leather washer should be placed under the blade down against the drum. Please note the arrow label on your mixer, one on the top drum and one on the bottom. If you have difficulty in correctly positioning the mixing blades, temporarily mount the upper drum on the top of the bottom drum and rotate the top so the two arrows align. Upper drum. Place the upper drum onto the bottom drum by aligning both the mounting holes and the labeled arrows. Insert an M8 by 20 cross-headed screw into each mounting hole on the rim. Secure each screw from below with a flat washer, lock washer, and nut. Make sure the tightening process is carried out progressively. Secure the mixing blades to the upper drum by inserting two M8x20 cross-headed screws from the outside through the holes in the drum. A leather washer should be positioned inside, between the drum and the blade. Secure the mixing blade on the inside using a flat washer, spring washer, and nut. Finally, ensure top and bottom mixing blade mountings are tight. Tipping bar. Slide the locking plate over the large diameter shaft at the leg side of the frame and with the rim facing inward. Insert two M8x25 bolts into the mounting holes and secure each with a nut, lock washer, and flat washer. Insert the spring into the bar pipe. Hold the spring in place with a finger and place the bar over the large diameter shaft so the spring stays inside the bar pipe. Press down on the bar pipe until the holes in the bracket line up with the holes drilled in the shaft. Insert an M10x65 hex bolt through the hole, place a flat washer on the bolt, and secure with a nut. Secure the nut against the bracket. Do not over tighten, as this will prevent the bracket from pivoting on the bolt. The bar must be allowed to pivot about the bolt so that the lugs on the bracket can be engaged or disengaged from the slots in the locking plate. Transmission and motor. Align the pinion shaft with the bushing sleeve in the transmission and slide into place. Align the bolt holes in the frame bracket with the bolt studs in the motor case and slide into position. Secure the motor case to the frame bracket using 4 M8 lock nuts. It works. One thing I really want to make a point of, okay, because, you know, this experience, I need to let you learn from my experience, so I'm going to say it. I had an issue with shipping, and that's no fault of Yardmax. Maybe they need to use different shipping methods, you know, maybe, who knows? Anyway, it's no fault of theirs. The packaging is fantastic. Nothing was damaged, but parts were missing, and it was a pretty simple process to go through that phone call, call the 1-8-something number on there, and get the parts that I needed. It took about a week to get all the parts that I needed. So I double checked all of my nuts and bolts and made sure everything was there and all tightened up in the way it's supposed to be, and it works. I do want to mention one thing. I tried to run this off of one of these little, you know, battery generator banks, whatever, you know, these things. And it doesn't run it. It is a 0.68 horsepower motor on this, and that is not enough power to keep it going. It just shuts down the battery, it trips it. So you got to plug this into AC. That's just the way it is. Anyway, I'm going to mix up some concrete and we're going to do a job. Okay, I think I'm about 100% ready to go here. Let's give it a shot anyway. So what am I doing? Well, down here at the barns, and these barns used to be used for cattle, and I don't know, they had some kind of posts along here. There's 7 holes, and they're a pain in the butt when I drive down here because they're big divots. My mom almost tripped and twisted her ankle in one of them. So I had them filled with gravel. I dug the gravel out, and I'm going to fill them with concrete. Now I'm going to pre-measure out my water. I want to get a real good idea of what an 80-pound bag of concrete. They say 1.5 gallons, I think, or is it 0.6 liters? I don't know. I'm going to put 1 gallon of water in it first, and anyway, let's just do it. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be 1.5 gallons water for every 2 bags, 2 80-pound bags of Quikrete. And this can handle 2 80-pound bags of Quikrete. So we're going to start with that. Now you guys that are like me, you know, if you've done it in a wheelbarrow your entire life, you're supposed to, you put the dry mix in and then you spray on top of it. But in this, you're supposed to put the water in first. I'm gonna get better at this. When I put it in the wheelbarrow, I've always split it right down the middle and then just lifted the bag. Maybe I didn't cut enough of it. All right, I'm gonna start it mixing and then I'm gonna add more. I've also seen it done this way. I'm not doing that. Now I know to actually mix it, you need to tip it forward. Yeah, you see how the paddles are mixing it? Let's put another bag in. There we go. There we go. That was much better. Gallon and a half seems super dry. I'm gonna do more. That's another half gallon. Okay, now for dumping it, it's probably easier to dump it while it's running. That thing moved a little bit while it was spinning. That's not too bad to move it while it's full either. It's heavy. I mean, obviously it's 160 pounds plus water, plus the machine. So I'm gonna try and dump it. Now, this is it right over the hole to dump it. And how many times are you gonna be able to do that? How many times are you gonna have the machine right over where you need to dump it? So you're gonna either have to dump it into a 5-gallon bucket and disperse it. But I have an idea. I'm looking for one of those old little Tykes kids slides. They're like 3 feet long. Something discarded, maybe the kid broke it or something like that. If I can find one of those, it's gonna be in a later video. I'm gonna rig it and make it so I can just dump onto that plastic slide and have the concrete like just go down a chute, just like it would from a concrete truck. So anyway, that's coming in a later video. It's just up here for right now. Anyway, let's dump this. I think if you have it running, it's easier to dump. Oh, it's heavy. That's probably enough. Well, that's sure going to be a whole lot better than a bunch of holes. Yeah, when that dries. So for you subscribers now, I talk at the end. For people that click on this video to get the Yardmax and get all the information, yes, it's a good mixer. It's going to be a heck of a lot better than mixing in a wheelbarrow. And because I have so much concrete work to do is why I bought it. I've got a garage floor to fix and I've got a whole wall to do. It's just a myriad of things to do. Anyway, I wanted to say that the inspiration for me to get this is I was watching Adam, Hometown Acres, and he did an entire stairway with a little concrete mixer and just did a fantastic job laying out a bunch of concrete, saved thousands of dollars not having a truck bring it. And then if you ever watch Captain Kleeman, oh my gosh, that guy, he's mixing concrete for his little pool in the woods, and he's using a little concrete mixer just like this and just going a little at a time, you know, carrying it in his little kitty litter buckets. That guy has mixed so much concrete. But anyway, the inspiration is there that I can do it. I don't have to have a truck bring it in. I can mix it a couple bags at a time and just keep going. And so that's why I bought this. I'm happy with it so far. It seems to be good. Another idea, I might mount this to a pallet, because if I mount it to a pallet, the tractor will be able to lift it. It's just another idea, I don't know. Anyway, so it's a good product. I had a good experience with customer service, and seems well built well enough for just a homeowner like myself. So anyway, I hope you appreciate this video. Gonna get back to work and start filling these holes, and we'll see you next time when I'm doing more stuff.